Hi, I'm Mark Craig, President of Community Housing Network. Our Housing Resource Center was envisioned as a community hub for information, referral, and resources to help people in housing crisis. Today, the Housing Resource Center brings together all of our different resources and programs.
Community Housing Network is like the hub on a tire, and our community partners are the spokes. And when somebody calls us, we send each and every call down these spokes to the resources that could very well change their life.
The Housing Resource Center serves as a hub in two ways. First, as a community-wide hub, but also as a hub within Community Housing Network. Last year, the Housing Resource Center fielded over 14,000 calls. Those calls were from people who didn't know where to turn next.
A half-hour conversation with the Housing Resource Center is the equivalent to 2 weeks' worth of shoe leather in trying to find out what programs are available to those in need.
What I do here is address on a case-by-case basis housing crises. When you call the Housing Resource Center, I have a database of resources for almost anything that you can think of, and they're all aware of us and we're all aware of them.
Our Housing Resource Center receives support from a variety of sources. To name a few, those include the State Housing Development Authority, Oakland County Government, Oakland County Community Mental Health, Macomb County, and most importantly, private donations whose money can serve to fill in the gaps in the funding that we receive from other organizations.
You're joining us today in the Hope Center of Macomb Food Pantry, one of the largest client choice food pantries in southeastern Michigan. This is an important part of homeless prevention services because without these services, many of these clients would be unable to secure a stable lifestyle. For spending their money on food versus rent is a challenge that many of them face daily.
One of the reasons why I like partnering with Community Housing Network's Housing Resource Center is because it's staffed by caring, compassionate professionals that appreciate not only do you want sustainability in the home, but you also want adequacy. You want children sleeping in a bed at night. You want families having tables to gather around for a meal. And you want folks living with dignity that goes beyond mere shelter.
I'm Marion McClellan. I'm the newly elected mayor of Oak Park. As soon as I was elected, we had an incident in Oak Park where the water was turned off to a large apartment condo building. People had nowhere to turn. I needed help and tried to get a hold of 3 nonprofit organizations dealing with housing. When I called Community Housing Network, Chuck Bratton was right there for me, friend in need. He came out the same morning, immediately. We went door to door, knocking on doors in the housing unit to see if anybody needed help with finding a place to live.
I've been homeless for a total of 3 years. I have had multiple sclerosis for 18, 19 years now. It's been very challenging being out in the streets. I was in my wheelchair one night and I heard a noise. It was coming from a dumpster and I saw 2 little tiny puppies and a mother. And I said, I can't leave these guys. They're gonna freeze to death, they'll die. Buddy and I took to each other right away. I did rescue him, but he saved me. He gave me a reason to live. Community housing has helped me so much. You know, I'm starting to think I'd never get a home. You know, I thought I was going to be outside forever. Community Housing Network means to me and millions of other people a new life.
Community Housing Network is working hand in hand with us. We can refer any housing problems to them and know that they will be kindly and efficiently handled.
The beauty of the partnership is that Community Housing Network will allow the program participants to have not just a house, but a home.
It was Community Housing Network that provided this for me. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I'd get to live in a place like this.